Yo, 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 chat. What did we all sleep nice and tight? Feeling great.
Let me see. How did this work again?
Probably should have done some of this stuff last night so we wouldn't have had, this extra bit, but good story building.
Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of one speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes?
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask later, magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapons stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or quasi-human. You're a midnight sun now. One of us. You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of ancient wonders a little?
Sorry, got excited.
Despite almost getting blown up, it seems you... I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you.
Yeah, these are things I'm probably most definitely 9 out of 10 skipping. Most of the conversations probably will get skipped.
So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How? You've been dead for 3 centuries!
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly. I recall a deep slumber, not the void. I dreamt.
Of what?
Of everything. Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the staff of one? Or who were the runaways?
I had some questions about your old team.
The runaway?
I'm glad to see. Looks like you're fine.
Man, this stuff take forever.
Wanda's powers were so out of control they cost a life. Your decision may have saved lives, if not the...
You could.
Alright, open world stuff.
Agatha!
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
Oh, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. Always straight to the heart of things. That's my hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Bloodgate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
I don't know if I'll wait. No, I'll probably do it.
Ominous indeed.
Not what you were expecting, is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtor.
Sarah, Caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear. As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtor was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
Don't have a push.
You were too weak for this fight. They cannot possibly match your strength.
To our girl, these hellhounds are not dangerous beasts. Don't hesitate to strike. They certainly won't.
I am impressed.
That's a 2-round KO.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting. but it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtor for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
Part of me feels like I could definitely break that wall. I'm gonna wait to open every arcane chest because I heard somebody say that to get the ancestral suit, you shouldn't open any of the chests.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah. Good night, Hunter.
Okay, I wasn't done. Apparently I was. See if I can get back outside during the day. Anyways, today is better to see stuff.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Hunter,
Dr. Spooky.
please come to the forge at your earliest convenience.
Well,
Again,
it's not
that's
my earliest
Hunter to the
convenience.
forge. Thank you. Strange out.
Blessings of the goddess.
And that way, okay?
Nope. It is one of the elemental rods.
And I really like the music selection that they made for this. I think they did really good with the music. Like, it's not too Avengers-like to where it feels like an Avengers game, but it's not too, like, just, like, out there to where it feels, like, random. Looking for anything, because surely this is something to hold the key. So I'm trying to find one of those reveal spots. I know there's a terracotta there. Yeah. to try and avoid the marking point for halfway. Looks like a weak on the side.
Caretaker hardly spoke of him, but I like to imagine my father was a great hero whose spirit protected these woods. I was always drawn to this place as a child, but somehow I had almost forgotten about it.
Going there yet, that's later.
Was I ever really this innocent? Maybe before I started my training. Intriguing.
This is why it's important to go down a free path, because bam, no journal page. Could have missed that.
That is something.
Hello? Sorry, chat. The grandma had to call. I have to really use the bathroom, but I'm not just saying that to say that. I really gotta go. But I'm not trying to just leave stream and be like, oh, well, boy. It was like, I know you ain't trying to look at what you was just looking at, because that stuff's boring. I know if you're not long one times accustomed to that.
Goddess of order approves.
You know what I mean?
never got the chance to truly know my mother. Only the monster she became.
I wonder if that's all of the dolls now. So. And I want to see something. I want to see if these stones, if the pattern changes every
The
time
standing
you go to play the
stones.
game.
There is powerful magic at work here.
Yeah, I forgot you can do it. And I would really like to know, because there's a path down here. This is obviously something, but I would love to know what this is. Okay. Well, now that kind of seems a bit more clear, but I still feel like there's more to it.
I need to find the next moon seal.
Where the fuck is the next moon seal? I think I have to get the runs for that. Look. Dang. I can get my phone in my hand. I'll look that John up real quick. There's a brother does not remember.
The great seer
Maybe the
known as
third and
Endra
fourth
Moore
one.
is buried here.
I don't know where the rest of them at.
Much like Nico, her powers came dangerously close to crossing the line, but she was among the most loyal of the Midnight Suns.
Alright, wait for this little Addy ad to load. So go back here, see if we got all the dolls too. There we go. Bang, first mystery done.
I should have known you'd wind up here eventually. You were somehow always here as a child.
If only I had known him. And still you masked even this from me. My own father's grave?
It wasn't you I was hiding it from. I've been making a lot of apologies to you lately. Now, they probably don't mean that much. But I am sorry.
Yeah, none of that matters because that's all later in the story. This is supposed to happen like at the end of the story almost.
If only it were always this easy to bring a family together.
Oh, they took my arcane keys. Kinda messed up, yo. Not gonna lie. Alright, now we go to the other side of the abbey. We got the whole... I'm looking at it head on.
Interesting.
Right. So we got the whole right side of the abbey. We... As far as we can go now. I can't fast travel. Well, looks like just a boring wander all the way over to Agatha's altar. I do need to find out what other area, or what area it is, because here's the fire.
Just what I was looking for.
The water rod down here.
Another elemental rod.
The air rod?
The grave of Jeremiah Kane, another host of the Spirit of Vengeance. Wonder if he was as conflicted as Robbie is about being a Ghost Rider.
I actually don't know where their run is. If you're trying to do this shit, like open world stuff, kudos to you if you can do that. But if you can do that, like, too. Finding this shit is impossible sometimes. I found it like 5 times over, but I still can't remember. Not down. Everything's down.
She believes in our purpose.
It's up towards her ultimate.
Oster smiles upon me.
Oh damn, I opened up chests, haven't I? Fuck. Damn. I love how the Aster realization kicks in too. Like, it's been this long. Should be taking forever too, man. Come on, man. Chat. That card. Alright, so there's that left. What's this? Yup. A lot of tarot cards in this little area. I can't find my air rod on it.
Goddess
Look
of
that up,
Order
see for
approves. It is one of the elemental rods.
Yeah, well, I guess I found it. That's probably good for the moons.
This looks like a fairy ring.
Yeah, I need to pay attention to when shit says like that because the fairy ring.
There are cracks in this wall.
Things that you have to do. Cracks in the wall that's stuck that you can break eventually. Let's see how good I have this. Where are they at though? Alright, I'll probably have to wait till night. Next cutscene I get, I'm gonna go downstairs real quick. I got a package and pause. Hello, Dr. Spooky.
Hunter, just in
Alright, this
time.
is gonna be my time,
His
so
royal
y'all can
weirdness and I were
actually
deciding
listen
what
to
to do
this.
with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a we in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. I am back.
And
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
I would be highly suspicious of anything that Hydra has had in its possession. My advice would be to do what Tony says. Destroy whatever is in there immediately.
With all due respect, Hunter, that would be short-sighted and foolish. For one thing, it's very, very hard to dispose of magical items. The repercussions are sometimes unexpected. Besides, I need all the magical items I can get.
And why is that?
Right now, with the sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Approach the anvil, Hunter. We do not have time to spare.
Oh, what does that mean?
What have you brought me today? If only more of my
Future
time could be
remove
dedicated to
strange-
study.
Oh, wait.
I just assume leave the fighting to the punchier types.
Did you just tell me to take this shit off? Oh, that's wrong. No, it give me a sticker to label my cart. I mean, my shopping carts. Bro, I get to label it. I get to name it. It don't stick very well, but I get to name them. You already got a name. His name's Jack, though. It don't even wrap. It don't stick. Fuck, I got a sticker for it that don't stick.
I'm always in a few places at once, so no time
Wait,
is ever
what?
wasted.
Hold on, wait a minute. Why does this actually not work? Am I forgetting to peel something? You know what? I am. Oh my gosh. No, that's sick, yo. Yo, how many of this could I have done? How many of these could I have done this to? That's so sick. I just got my fly.
By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected.
Alright.
It's the Eternity Dagger. They know common domicile to be
You with Jack
burglared.
Harry.
These
What do you
barbarians
think?
have no idea what they
7%?
possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing
Some
thought.
Russia.
If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. These were relatively...
It didn't even do anything. I need the old one too. The old one too, and the old. Oh no, that's it. What is the old one too? Alright, bet. So that, the old 1, 2, and the old 3, 4. That's for sure.
Hey, Hunter.
That's the old 1, 2, 3, 4.
Analyzing now.
Or something. Third. There's one third.
How does this look?
Hey, Hunter. Got a sec to
Oh
spare?
no.
You moving into the forge, Hunter?
What is this? Curious.
You've been here more in the past few days than I have since...
Hey there.
Hunter, ready to get your burn? Like playing with fire. If you can beat Carol in a straight fight, ready for more?
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. But we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let's get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Lost?
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
There's no passage to New York. Or anywhere, for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
Every second we delay is a victory for Lilith.
Alright.
I have little patience for child's games in the midst of our war.
No argument there. Look, I don't know if you've noticed it, but she seems to like you. I've known Magic just about as long as you have, and all I've gotten from her is a few grunts and words I'm afraid to translate. Maybe you'll do better.
Fine. I will retrieve her.
And the humor that they did
when
in
you
this
phrase
game,
it like that, I'm sure
like,
she'll
they
just be
make jokes
begging
like
to
that.
help.
They let
Good luck,
Deadpool
Hunter.
say stuff about touching
shall
states,
return
which is a
shortly.
Deadpool joke. But like
Fingers crossed.
in a game, especially today, I feel like that's
No.
crazy. Like you would never see something like that or hear something like that. I should say. So, where is she at? She at?
I usually just wing it out there.
Yo, what up, Robozo?
This room belonged to the Scarlet Witch, did it not?
Wanda. It belongs to Wanda. Let me guess. You are to ask me to do the one thing the others value me for. Opening their precious portal. Well, I am in the middle of something. Come back later.
That is no ordinary book. I can sense it from here.
Nothing in this place is ever ordinary. Especially this. Wanda's first grimoire. Agatha gave it to her when she was teaching her witchcraft, the dark arts. She was trying to help Wanda control her powers. She would never let me read it. So now I read it.
That is no child's book. Lose focus for 1 second and be lost completely within its pages. Let me guide you through it.
You do not own the darkness, Hunter. Now Wanda has this in common with us too. I know what she's going through. To come face to face with true evil itself. To be dragged to some hell dimension so hot that your soul is scorched black. Your heart so filled with soot that it chokes out all the bright parts of you. Until you are just a dark thing of smoke and ash. I cannot let such a fate happen to her.
Then put the damn book down, and help me get her back.
You are nothing if not direct. Not to mention unrelenting. I can respect that. And perhaps you are not entirely incorrect. Okay, I will open your damn portal. It is times such as this that I wish someone else here could drill holes through space and time. Perhaps Dr. Strange should spend less time tinkering with Tony Stark in the Forge and focus more on his magic. No matter. I will be there when you are ready, Hunter. Goodbye. Well met.
Sorry if you didn't want to hear that cutscene. Figured I'd give you a little bit of background.
I take it you found our gatekeeper. Then let me explain what's going on. When Hydra isn't preoccupied with world-ending scenarios, they spend a lot of their free time terrorizing the citizens of New York through various low-level operations. It's fairly routine stuff for heroes these days, and worst case, we'll still get some fresh intel in the process. Why don't you check the mirror table and see what we've got on our plate?
You know what I do want to start? I don't have any more upgrades till the end, but actually, they'll all be recharged by the time I get to the end. Here's the chests. Not too close. Midnight Sun pellets? Oh, that looks like fire. One for iron. Yeah, that's sick. That's sick too. Might have to go with that. Give it the raw look. They do have. Oh shit, my nose is killing me. Where is it? Mark 2. Then I have, I forget what the suit is, but I love that suit. War Machine, obviously. Some more cherried out. Mark 5. Iron Patriot, obviously it's named out. And then Iron Man 3. Waxing fashion. I don't know why. That's a double chest. Gonna upgrade Hunter's Room real quick. Because this is probably gonna be the last one that I restart with New Game
I have
Plus.
some words to contribute.
I hope. And I feel like that will contribute towards me finishing to get the ancestral suit, because to get it right, it's this last suit that I don't have unlocked. And if you see, it says complete all mystery regions on Aggie Grounds. I've done everything I didn't even think was possible. Didn't get the suit, so I'm gonna try something different. So. Can I change suits that I got on display? Because that would be fire. The weapon frame. Can I have to with a different suit? That's probably what it is. What suit do I want on display with it? There is the demon. The demon's not a child. So, dark phase. So now if I go back, is that going to be okay? Oh, it's chill. Yes. Fresh out the shower, laced with baby powder. And then tomorrow this one should be back. It's like stitched up like that. I don't think they intended for anybody to see this. But wow, why it built like that? That's most. That is how their character models stand, though. Like, oh, I'm funny. I am funny, funny guy. I wonder if that takes it off the dummy. That'd be a cool detail.
I have lots to talk about.
Bitch, I can't fucking get
Feeling
fuck
all
up.
right?
Fuck up.
I should come back at night. That is usually how these things work. I should come back at night. That is usually how these things work.
Just use oak in the day? Yes. I can't do it to Abby.
The gods are fickle.
I usually pick Blade. It's a fresh chocolate shot with a lace with baby powder. Why his knees look like that? I ain't seen that before. He wanted to get a change. I gotta leave. That shit is. Oh my god. honestly, no, the arms are kind of tough. The web wing and like the rest of it's heavy, so. Oh, gosh. Nice one, baby.
I did the math. It would actually be faster for me to fly.
So what is stopping you?
We're sending you straight to the coordinates Captain Marvel identified in New York.
It would be faster than going point A to point B. Take 15 steps, and bam, look, you're in the spot, in the section, ready to throw down.
Looks like Captain Marvel was right on the...
Heroes. A single world-ending calamity is never enough to satiate your appetite for destruction. You insist on meddling further, forcing our hand yet again.
Oh, that's just lovely. Faustus has a radio. I'm assuming that Hydra is attempting to flee with. Chopper is our target. I suggest we stop it and see for ourselves.
You had your chance to escape.
Oh, it's gonna be getting shit.
Hail that.
That was something.
So, wait, actually, you don't even need to use that shit. We can even draw it. That shit's not wrong. Draw blade sword.
Much appreciated. We will never forsake her.
I have to admire your persistence.
Lilith will not be pleased with your efforts.
Looks like they want to try a few more. Still on my case here?
You don't even know what it is you're pursuing. The Gamma Disruptor you so narrowly escaped with in our last encounter was only the beginning.
Show yourself to me, Faustus. I will open more in your eyes.
Such ferocious spirit. You truly are your mother's child, Hunter.
We are too much for you.
Alright, so this is a button too, but sometimes
We cannot possibly
you just you press the button that you press over. It fixes.
That should keep them grounded.
Sometimes it takes a
Now
little
let's
bit.
get everything back to the Abbey for analysis.
Such arrogance. Our brave soldiers will never allow you.
Oh, shut up already. Take them down.
Really hope we get Spike first. We get a skill. Yeah. Spike that shit for existence.
The light will carry you onward. Welcome,
Did I
assistants.
probably like you to shock that a little bit?
a scratch.
We're still doing this? Watch and learn. Now they're really in trouble.
You know, I only could have been using these knockouts. It's true, man. What's up?
One more time. Leave some for the rest of us.
I hope you learned your lesson.
But she got counted.
Well done. Seems like that's the last of them.
Last? There are more heads to the Hydra than you will ever comprehend, heroes. This is a minor setback at most.
Well, at least we don't have to listen to you any longer today. I consider that alone a victory. Well done. If Hydra wasn't paying attention before, they are now. Stay sharp.
Count on it.
The hunter stalks its prey.
Nice work back there. Oh, I was talking to the symbiote. You did good too, Hunter.
What drove you to study
Why
medicine,
he behind
Doctor?
the bar? He about to give me a drink.
I know what it's like to feel suffocated by a disease. I wanted to help others avoid my fate.
I admire your compassion.
To be fair, it wasn't entirely selfless. I needed to learn biology to cure myself.
I believe you are a good man.
Thank you for saying so. But I was not always the man you know.
You are haunted by your past, but your past does not define you.
I was full of selfish ambition. I used my resources to further my own goals over the needs of others.
Would you do things differently if you had the chance?
Of course.
Then you have grown into a better person.
I see. Then may I never stop growing. I still don't get why it's called...
I'm glad to see you're getting comfortable with the words of power, Hunter. If you're going to continue our little investigation of the Abbey, they'll be vital to your success.
Investigation?
A side project, but a potentially transformative one. With my blessing, Wanda was working to uncover what may be the most powerful.
Just what in the hell do you think you're doing in here?
Standing in the library?
It's been since we lost Agatha. Instead of letting it rest, you decide to...
reopen the wound?
Oh, Sarah. I never thought of this place like that.
Of course you didn't. And now, it's done. Why should I ever stand in your way?
Caretaker's low-key a grumpy old bitch throughout the whole thing, so he was talking about Wanda.
That anger wasn't meant for you, dear. You know that, right? Don't hold it against Sarah.
She may try to mask her feelings, but you know she is struggling with what happened. Why are you hiding from her?
For most people, the captivating relationships of their lives are formed over a matter of days and years. Sarah and I spent centuries together exploring this world, fighting the darkness, watching cities and even nations form and then crumble. And yet we persevered together.
You still have not answered my question.
It may be difficult to understand, but she needs this time. Sending Wanda away, sealing the library, that elaborate memorial she conjured up, she didn't waste any time trying to bury what happened.
You are right. I do not understand.
It isn't up to me to reveal myself. It's up to her to accept what happened and allow herself to grieve. When that happens, we'll see each other again, but not before.
I trust you will do what is right for Sarah. So, what is it you are looking at here?
Yes, we should get back to the real reason I asked you to meet me here. Wanda's journal. The Abbey grounds have a great deal of history. Many of its secrets remain hidden, even after all this time.
Even to you?
Even to me. Wanda had taken to exploring the grounds in search of a strange energy we both sensed. Knowing that Sarah had no intention of waking you to investigate, Wanda felt it was up to her to take your place. Of course, being the clever girl that she is, her notes are written in an ancient, transient cipher that I've only just begun to understand. Have a look at the first entry.
I wonder if the journal entries that
There's
find,
something you need to
like
read.
about Hunter and
You said
Wanda,
something earlier about the blood.
specifically Wanda's, are mysteries.
Until we... I'm sure it still seems a bit cryptic, but Wanda was definitely onto
I might
something.
have just put myself on.
If you remember my altar, that's where she was conducting her experiments.
An investigation that involves experiments. Why do I feel like you are going to get me into trouble?
Since when has that ever stopped you? Let's meet out at the altar. I'll try to do a better job of explaining from there. Charlie will show you the way.
Can't wait to talk about fast travel. This stuff is just
We're really getting to know each other.
like, call me lazy, sure. So point A, wait, point B would be so much quicker. I can just hold the button.
You haven't lost your touch, dear. The words may be simple, but these plinths won't appear for just anyone. Each represents one of the basic elements.
And where are the elemental rods now?
Scattered to the wind, unfortunately.
Let me guess.
That's right. I want you to find... Hopefully.
But...
In fact, but... Like so many other oddities...
Nobody's chest is open. Yes.
Perhaps I should try this somewhere else. The old magic still holds. One more to go.
The moon seals are ancient talismans of the old gods. And in your case, they are the keys to unlocking an even greater gift.
Is that why Wanda was here? In pursuit of this gift?
Just as we started with you as a child, I allowed Wanda to experiment here, with the hope of focusing her powers through training in basic elemental magic.
But that is not what happened.
Wanda's connection to the old gods, to Chthon, was not the same as yours. She isn't descended from the blood, and the trials weren't meant for her.
But you knew this before she started.
I did. And you should understand that I regret not putting a stop to her efforts sooner.
Then what really happened here?
When Wanda tried to use this moon seal to access the next trial, the Bloodgate didn't open. But the seal's power did have an effect. She had visions, both terrible and somehow alluring at the same time. What started as idle curiosity became a compulsion for her.
And now I am on the same path. So, where is the next Bloodgate?
Beyond the Standing Stones, if memory serves. I doubt you'll have any trouble finding it.
She got to say real quick. Yep. That was a good take. Fucking fast travel now. Yup. Let me go. I'll go. Key? That's fine. I really don't need silver accent without gold. That's a cop for the midnight sun. Skip. Probably the last take level 8, not level 3. So it is what it is. You know,
when many of the elder gods were corrupted and became what we would call demons, the god Atum, born from Gaia herself, was set upon our world to slay his
Yeah, I'm so broken.
In that sense, the two of you have had a shared purpose. Fight well, Hunter, and he may just honor you with his blessing.
Now that was something. I saw a movie centuries ago. How many times did I say
Close the game because I'm still there.
I will not let you down.
You do it. Close the game.
Atum was unleashed and made quick work of the demons, but in the process, he became something of a monster himself. He even became known as the Demigod.
If this is a cautionary tale, your timing could use some work. You were too weak for this fight.
light is on our side.
I am impressed.
All the dogs banging out. Bang, 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 bang.
Just imagine how much more difficult this would be if Carly wasn't here. I think you owe her a treat after this.
Alright, it's dogs. There's 5.
They cannot possibly match your strength. Walk in the light. The power of the light. I can handle it.
Yo. That shit's up.
Your mother abandoned.
We're only on 12. Both of them are on good health.
Feel my call.
They're all I read on the dog. Three guys out of 3 health. This last round.
I will hold the line.
As long as I take out 3 dogs.
I think Blade is honestly jealous that you're getting this extra training in. And with live targets, too.
Once again, Lilith's servants fall.
Oh fuck, I gotta not lie. Get rid of all the dogs cards because I can't use the dog. Redoing this.
Return to your mother.
So what? Yes. From colonies. This is not through the good of sword.
You were unprepared.
Yeah, and now I eat that. How else I eat that? I don't eat that. That's 40 and 40. I got 71. I got 2 resist, 2. Heal.
If that doesn't make an impression on Autumn, I don't know what will. Good work, Hunter.
That was fine. I thought I took myself. The resistance, he got me. I would have been 40 and 40. I would have been down. Should have been down.
tombs.
I'm gonna go around and get all the stuff that I know, and then afterwards.
Autumn must not see it that way. Autumn, show me the way.
There's a lot of
She does not see it.
It's not open.
Autumn be praised.
That's why I be coming out here.
Autumn reveals all.
I'm about to check out and see if the standing stone is the same or if it's cycles. Pictures.
The son of Gaia.
I do. Try.
That did not work.
Okay, so one of them is.
I should try a different combination.
That's it. Oh. I do want to see the Venom one. That's Venom. That's Venom. That's sick. I'm gonna go back and get everything I didn't get real quick.
He sees our path.
Man, he ain't see shit. I'm gonna do everything else before I continue the main story. Alright, yeah. Down that path.
This rubble looks loose. Autumn does not answer. Autumn reveals all.
Yup, yup, yup. Yeah, this way we'll go check out everything over here. And go check the other side.
He sees our path.
Take a look going over the other side.
Autumn be praised.
Actually, if there's something else I can do, should we fly like that? There's a spot where there's
The son of Gaia approves.
Let's go all the way down. We got it. This all cleared out. I want to try to get this too.
There must not be anything here.
The fuck? This is the first time I got to do this. What the fuck? Hey, got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. This way first. Here first. Stone. There has to be water. There's no way I'm tripping. Way to pick up.
Autumn thinks otherwise.
The other side. I'll be down this way. About this. The only thing I really can complain about the open world is I wish the FOB was bigger. I I can see more. Keys walking over there.
Autumn, show me the way.
Chugging, I know what's wrong. Where's the rock? You smell the rock is good.
If it was here, Autumn would show me. Autumn, show me the way.
Back over. What is this? Am I tripping? I am tripping because this is behind my head. No, this isn't. Okay, I'm like, oh no, this is that one dead ass part. Alright, and that's it. Well, I'll be able to go back down.
Autumn be praised. Something terrible happened here.
I don't understand how this game hasn't been like, oh bro, you got everything. Like, I don't understand how I'm still getting more color palettes. Kind of crazy, if you ask me. Wait. Alright. Hold on. Pause. Start skipping this. Another mystery. You gotta wait till that says when the mystery complete. Like the mystery must change.
This.
Base.
This must be Shaw's study. She believes in our purpose.
I'm not gonna lie, did I just get that same storm pilot? See, we got
The sword is not like anything I have seen on the grounds before.
Dear, maybe you should approach the good doctor and see if he has any insights. And Hunter, be circumspect. Dr. Strange is no fool.
I'll talk to her, but I'm gonna give her some. Didn't I swear that you should have been with you already? Guess they would take me very far, but save some time. A little thing here that you know, now we venture on towards.
The son of Gaia approves. If it was here, Autumn would show me.
I don't think I can do too much over here till I get purified. Or the key.
He sees our path. Ah, I see. Autumn thinks otherwise.
Thank you. Check everything in the I'll save that for sorry, a lot of back and forth, but I can't be decisive.
Noble Oster guides my hand. Agatha's house.
down.
Interesting. Intriguing.
What's going on here? See, like this right here? Never would have thought that this would have been something. But wouldn't you know that's a gold fucking chest? I should have waited on that. Just save the gold for the vibes.
There must not be anything here. Autumn reveals all. If I remember correctly, this is the grave of Will Walker, a notoriously vicious but effective vampire hunter. Blade would have liked him. The son of Gaia approves. The goddess of order approves. I need to find the next moon seal.
Let's make fast travel back to the Abbey. In the meantime,
before we go inside, we should take a moment to reflect on Agatha.
Get on my fucking way, bitch.
Ah, Hunter, I was just admiring the collection. Someone spent a great deal of time piecing this library together. I hope you don't mind me, having a look around.
Of course not, Doctor. The library is an asset to us all.
I see I'm not the only one who's taken an interest in these works. You haven't been getting into anything precarious, I hope?
I've found something on the Abbey grounds that I think you should see.
Oh, sounds mysterious. By all means, lead the way. There's an unsettling air.
This church belonged to a preacher named Hiram Shah. His influence turned Salem against its coven.
A charismatic... You were right to bring this to my attention, Hunter.
We thought it resembled one of your wards of protection.
There's a reason for that. It's the same magic Wanda invoked in her attempts to protect the Sanctum. But what is it that you're chasing out here? These wards aren't something to toy with.
I will not know for sure until I get past this. Is there any way to dispel it?
Unfortunately, no. What good would the wards of protection be if they were so easily broken? But I have been wrong before, at least recently.
Do you have any suspicions as to who may have conjured this here?
Caretaker has shown no hesitation to sealing off the grounds at her discretion.
True. Caretaker could find the resources to create a ward if she put her mind to it.
The only way I will know for sure is to find a way through to the other side.
I'll think on it and see if I can come up with some way to assist you, Hunter. For now, though, you'll have to be patient.
We just gotta wait a day. If there's anything else I can do. Need to wait on this cottage. Seems like every day. I'll read it. Picture this, I think this is what I did already. Actually go back and check. Yeah, that's the first one I did. Okay, so this one's a new one. Go experiment, check caretaker's room, see if there's a journal page. Can't get in there yet. Get this one. Fast travel that way. Let's see what we got. It's this one. That's her real name. Brooks, I didn't know that. Let me change my swords, because the dark swords are cold. See that, John?
Was that really her?
What's up?
Probably shouldn't skip that now that I think about it for story purpose, but
I like to come here, away from all the
I don't
noise.
give a fuck.
I could not have predicted this outcome, but it is.
Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work. Got some upgrades for you, hot off the press. Or forge. See ya, Hunter. Yep, you know what?
Ready to work? We've got plenty of tricks for old dogs. No excuses here. Better to have it and not need it, right? See you around.
Hey, Hunter, when you've got a minute, could you meet me in the war room? Tell me you found something good. Central will crack the code. Just more. Now that we've decrypted the intel, let's put... Take it back. Stay out of trouble.
I feel like we left things unfinished, Hunter.
I would be rotting inside that creature's gullet if not for Spider-Man. Time to return the favor.
We'll find him. We're running facial recognition on every surveillance camera in the cloud. We could just keep moving too fast.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but you think Team Spooky's doing any better?
Nothing.
Well, your inflection on that last dactyl was perfect. Perhaps a magnetism rune.
Against a level 5 demon alien hybrid? Where did you learn your magic? Demo Khan?
You know, you really do have a look.
Hunter's right. This isn't working.
On to plan C. Well, more like D.
Norman won't mind if I borrow a few Oscorp satellites at 45,000 feet, right?
Higher, further, faster, baby.
82nd and 5th. Well, between 5th and Madison now.
Guys, they're live. And they're trending.
Hashtag Big Alien Apple.
Not bad.
Thanks. Now imagine if you had just asked for our help sooner.
No time for an after-school special. Patching it through. Patching it all through.
We need to hurry.
Venom, burst Venom. Burst Venom, extra 2 symbiotes.
Venom has taken to the rooftops, and he's tossing just about anything he can find onto the
command!
Really nice of you all to come by and visit the old neighborhood. I'd say let's all stop for a group selfie, but Eddie might get a little jealous.
I cannot fathom why one of my mother's fallen is so obsessed with her.
You know what any of that means? Eddie and I were doing our thing here in New York way before those horns grew out of his head. I've never known him to pick on civilians. We need to get these people out of his way. I'm going!
I am impressed.
Ready!
Good one!
After this mission, Yahtzees for me. Want something num num? And we'll keep back. Oh man.